Good morning and good afternoon, boomers. It's the crypto commander and chief here. Champagne, Satoshi's biggest cousin. Make sure you're clicking the buttons, caressing the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. As one of our crypto maniac brothers, Jiggerome, steps into the box, the population of the chat box continues to increase. Lucky Lewis is here. Let's get it popping. Indeed, today we're talking about Bitcoin halving history. I came across an article sharing some math, some statistics when it comes to this Bitcoin halving and the retracements and where we could go. We'll also be talking about Binance's stablecoin. Binance is launching a stablecoin. If you haven't heard, Binance is going to be shutting its doors to U.S. customers at the end of this month, and they'll be opening a new regulated exchange soon thereafter. And word is that they're launching a dollar-backed stablecoin that's been okayed by New York State. We'll get into the details in just a moment. Again, we'll talk about Bitcoin halving history, Binance stablecoin, and see what's popping there at the market as the rest of the boomers tune into this live broadcast. Again, all the buttons need to be caressed immediately right now. And it's good news because some of the boomers are reporting they're getting their post notifications. So, I said this yesterday. Appears that YouTube's being sued from the left and right flank for censoring individuals, and perhaps we've been censored here as well. And I have a theory that they're trying to increase some deniability as they behave more like a publisher than a platform, if you ask me. Shout out to all my boomers worldwide. I hope you guys have been lifting weight out there. I just came back from the gym and I'm excited, boomers. Happy to report that I hit a personal record, a PR on the deadlifts today. I pulled up 405 pounds, finally hit the 4 plates, and a little shy of my my goal that I've been trying to hit, the 1, 2, 3, 4 times 5. I pulled the 4 plates, but I only hit it 5 once. So, the next goal is to hit it 5 times. Shout out to Michael Toth. Hello. Good afternoon from Slovakia. Shout out to all my boomers worldwide in Slovakia. We got some boomers in Germany. Worldwide boomers, some boomers out there in Japan. This is a worldwide movement. Drop a comment. Let me know what side of the globe you're booming from. Email notification received, says Michael Toth. That's good. I'm getting them now too. It seems like this past week now I'm getting them. So it's, it's a good thing after about a year of shadow ban. And I haven't gone over the numbers, but this past year, it started in 2018 going into 2019. The channel subscription just keep going down, down, down. And so has the watch time. The total numbers have gone down, but I still see boomers in the box. My day ones, people still show me love on the super chats. So, I was led to believe that, we've been shadow banned out there and not coming up on search results because we haven't been exposed to new viewers. And checking online, some of the other alternative media out there has reported the same thing. And, their numbers gone down. But I'm happy to hear that boomers like Michael and the rest of, not the rest, but a good significant amount of boomers have been getting their notifications. So that's a good thing. Again, I think YouTube is trying to increase plausible deniability because we know what's going on. I mentioned yesterday the SGT report with the Google whistleblower that I was checking out, Mr. Voorhees. He blew the whistle on Google and let us know about the algorithms and how they've been engaging in censorship to sway politics and to basically meet their political agenda. It's, what's going on out there. These guys, complete frauds, if you ask me. And I heard he was sharing about how when they did the restructuring for the Alphabet Corporation, that somehow in restructuring the offering and creating that new corp, because it was Google first, now it's Alphabet Corp, and somehow in that change and that restructuring, it allowed a certain group of individuals to have a 10-to-1 voting power against those that are just regular shareholders. Who are these 10-to-1ers is what I want to know. Anyhow, let's get into it. Peter says, love SGT report. Glad to see other view his videos. Yeah, I check them out. I've been following, and Main Event, one of our Steamosauruses, reminded us yesterday he's also on Steam, and I've seen them there as well. So shout out to all the alternative media maniacs that are on Steam, spreading the good word. All of them don't have to be about crypto. Some have following politics, economics, and whatnot. But we're all tuned into the frequency. So shout out to them. Oscar Olivares is here. Blockchain Susha is here. Lucky Lewis, Michael Toth, Jigger Romes. Let me go ahead and turn off the coins, share my screen, and check out today's math. We'll be talking about this Bitcoin halving history. I came up across an article that has some interesting statistics that you guys may want to pay attention to regarding this Bitcoin halving history. And we'll be talking about the Binance stablecoin as well. This is the one-day chart for Bitcoin, currently trading at 10,535. Kind of a sideways chart. There's a little spike there just a few hours ago, topping off at almost 10.8. Let's check out CoinMarketCap and see how healthy the mathematics are looking there on CMC. 266 billion Bitcoin dominance, increasing. I'll expect this thing to go at minimal 75%. As we approach this halving event that will be taking place in May. Okay, right now, this is about stacking more bits. It's always been about stacking more bits, but it's been more clear now than before that, what runs the game here is Bitcoin. And someone mentioned here in the population of the chat box several days ago that if you can take into consideration all the funny bunny coins and some of the wash trading that's been arguably going on the markets, the Bitcoin dominance is more like above 80%. I don't know if that's true or not, but it makes sense. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Peter, Double X, Jigger Romes. My Chromecast starts muting in and out once key words start being said. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've seen other streams get throttled when you start touching up on certain subjects. They throw out a soy EMP and they try to throttle down the live streams, but we'll keep pushing forward out here. Bitcoin there at 10,561, trading sideways. Ether losing weight there at $172. Vitalik was on some podcasts saying that he is confident about Ether 2.0 scaling, and then he had some concerns. I should have pulled that up actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I'll address it if not today, tomorrow. But he talked about some of his concerns with switching to POS, not necessarily the ability to scale, but what users would do when the Ether blockchain switches over to POS. Will they let another party stake for them? Will they understand the staking process? How will it be handled? And that's what his concern was. So, I'll pull that up. If not today, tomorrow. Ripple is garbage. Bitcoin Cash there at $288. Litecoin at $65, continuing to bleed out. I've been DCAing out of Litecoin, although I came across an article earlier this morning that says that Litecoin's due for a breakout. But I think a lot of people are thinking that these altcoins are due for a breakout. And I would agree. The quality ones are due for a breakout, but not up until this halving event occurs and the price of Bitcoin stabilizes, whether it be at this price, a higher price, or lower price. It needs to find its new price. So there needs to be some discovery of a new price once Bitcoin has a new mining reward. So, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Binance there at $22. Binance booming. We'll be talking about this Binance stablecoin. EOS slipping in the rankings there at 325. We got Satoshi Visions, another garbage bag, and Monero in the green. Monero is the true crypto out here, guys. And it's going to be always in the top 15 silently there, sniping out the funny bunnies. Monero, the last true crypto on the block when it comes to the top 15, if you ask a champion such as myself. Shout out to Double X, Peter, Heavy, Jigger Romes, Oscar Olivares, Susha, and the rest of the boomers. Guys, drop a comment in here. Let me know what side of the globe that you're tuning in from. Today we'll be talking about halving history for Bitcoin and the Binance stablecoin, as Cardano's trading at 4 cents, Leo's trading at 109, Tron at 1 cent, and Huobi at 398. Huobi is launching a phone. We talked about it yesterday. I think that's going to add to blockchain adoptions worldwide. It joins Samsung and Finney and others that are launching these blockchain smartphones, and they're equipped with crypto wallets. And I think this is going to be a major deal. It'll add to blockchain adoptions. You got Ether Classic up as well. That Binance is offering a lending platform, and one of the tokens that you could lend to or lend to the platform is Ether Classic. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've seen a pump with Ether Classic, along with a upgrade called Atlantis, that a hard fork that they're about to perform if they haven't already. Shout out to Bruno. I see you, dark side of the face or the moon. Shout out to Double X with the glasses. I see all you maniacs. Again, this is the Bitcoin graph. Trading sideways. I've said this for weeks on end now in all the live streams. Between 9 and 12 is where I expect things to be trading. If it drops under 9, we need to readjust our targets. If it pumps over 12, we need to readjust our targets. But anything between 9 and 12 is expected right now. I think we're going to be trading sideways as we approach the end of the year and at the beginning of the year. And that's when we might see, in my opinion, a run up of the price. Hopefully it happens sooner than later. Let's check out this article here that I have linked down below by Robert Johnson, posted at cryptodaily.co.uk today. It says, what history shows us about Bitcoin halving events. It's funny because people say halving, but when it's spelled out, it's halving. But I like halving. It has a better ring to it. So the bottom line is that you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'll stay labeling it halving instead of having. But it's something that I noticed. A lot of the other YouTubers say halving as well. But you see how it's spelled as having. In less than 260 days from the time of writing, Bitcoin will halve. This will result in a decrease in the Bitcoin miners received per block. Based on historical data, though, the leading crypto has gone through high levels of volatility before and after the event, which would make it a good time for traders. And so you'll see, as reported by Crypto Slate, okay, this procedure is scheduled to happen roughly every 4 years based on how the protocol is set up, with blocks found approximately every 10 minutes, totaling 144 blocks per day. With the current block reward of 12.5 BTC, this equates to 1,800 Bitcoin in daily rewards is basically mined every day. So there's 1,800 Bitcoin that enter the circulating supply daily, excluding transaction fees, or about $19 million per day at current prices. So, you know, roughly a little less than 2,000 Bitcoin, I would say, when you take into consideration those transaction fees. There are several different predictions that analysts have given on what the halving will mean for the space. Even though we're just under a year from the event, here's what the history has shown us. So this is the meat and potatoes of the article. Bitcoin price action is characterized by steep retracements before the beginning of a new bull market. In fact, the bear market of 2011 bottomed at $93.70 decline, and the one in 2013 concluded with an 86% correction. Meanwhile, the most recent macro bear trend ended after 84% pullback from the peak. Okay, during its bull market, Bitcoin tends to retrace multiple times, which helps maintain a healthy uptrend. From the low of $2.01 on November 18th, 2011, guys, shout out to everybody holding baggage back then in 2011 at $2, to the high of $268 on April 10th, 2013. Bitcoin had two significant retracements that averaged 47.8%. During the 2015 to 2017 bull trend, the crypto had 11 corrections averaging 34.6%. So far, the low of 31.48 on December 15th, 2018 to now, Bitcoin has had 4 significant retracements that average about 23.9, almost 24%. And, history showed us that, there's going to be volatility, but we make some big gains in and around the halving. You could see, $2 on November 18, 2011 to a high of $268 in April 2013. So in just a span of 6 months, it pumped like no other. That's a major bull run from $2 to $268. I don't think we're going to see gains like that, but I can see some gains in the sense that the price could pump to or above all-time highs. Champ, you see the news of legislation in front of Congress to require regulation of all mining to prevent human trafficking. Yeah, these people are that dumb. No, I didn't see that. I'm not surprised. I didn't see that, but I normally don't cover regulations, rules, and laws. I'm looking for the kapump, for the boom. I tend to ignore that type of stuff, but I'm not surprised, Bruno. I'm not surprised. Let's talk about Binance. Binance has launching a dollar-backed stable coin with the New York DFS, Department of Financial Services, blessing. So in New York State, you need an extra regulation. So talking about regulations, New York is heavily regulated, and apparently they blessed Binance. Listen, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if Binance is working with the feds out here and already, selling data or exposing. In other words, behaving like Facebook. Okay, we heard today that Facebook leaked a bunch of data in the form of phone numbers or whatnot, and I don't know how anybody would trust a Libra coin. I've said this before. I like Binance. Okay, the coin has performed better than Bitcoin in the past couple of years, not in the past couple of months. But anyhow, we've had Binance in our portfolio. I think it's a cool project. I think it's dominating the industry right now. But again, this is a centralized coin, guys. Let's not, even with the DEX that they're trying to promote, they're controlling all the nodes. So tread lightly with Binance. They're centralized. They could get hacked and you can get wiped out. They've got hacked before and they made good and they basically paid up what was lost. But what if it happens again? Will they make good? We don't know. Crypto exchange Binance is launching a dollar-backed stable coin. This is out of CoinDesk. I have it linked down below. The new Binance USD, so it'll be BUSD, has received the blessing of New York Department of Financial Services. The exchange announced Thursday that the department approved the new offering, which Binance is launching in partnership with the Paxos Trust Company. So Paxos is another stable coin. It's a little bit fragmented. I mean, so many stable coins, guys. And I've expressed to you guys, I think one of the only true stable coins that I've came across that is not funny bunny and not centralized is the DAI. And that is backed by actual Ether. Shout out to Rev. Kaboom to you. Welcome back, Rev. At launch, verified Paxos customers will be able to directly purchase BUSD tokens through the company's wallet. So what's interesting right here is that Binance is already, and they haven't even launched their exchange, they're already getting blessings from the Department of Financial Services. My understanding is that they set an office up not too far away from DC. I don't know if it's in Virginia or whatnot, or they hired somebody that has links there with the regulators, is my understanding. And again, this is Alphabet Boys Part 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they're, going to be sharing information with the powers that be here. This is too easy with a blessing here with the New York Department of Financial Services. I mean, it's good. I mean, the fact that, it's regulated, I see it like, Coinbase Part 2. Coinbase was leaking information to the Alphabet Boys. And the Alphabet Boys already started sending out notices to some Coinbase customers. So, New York backing as they investigate Bitmis. That's fishy AF. Yeah. Again, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if Binance is in bed with these Alphabet Boys as well. They're letting them in too easily. It seems like they're opening the door because, on the other hand, they're going against crypto startups like Veritasium and whatnot that have been around in New York for longer than Binance has. So it's interesting to note. Everybody who begged for regulation is going to get exactly what they asked for. Exactly. Spiciest meme lord. Exactly. That they're getting exactly what they asked for. You bring big bucks and doors open, says CryptoZilla. Yeah. You bring big bucks, doors open, and also if you work in tandem with the Wizards of Oz, the doors open as well. So I don't have any proof of that, but I'm suspecting. We know that Binance is going to be KYC, and you're basically going to have to send them your DNA, is my understanding. But yeah, you're right, Zilla. Bring big bucks and doors open. Not only the big bucks, but bring personal information and ways for Big Brother to track its citizens, and the door is open. Apparently. And let's look at Paxos. Paxos is how they're using the stable coins. And I don't know why they have to have their own stable coin when Paxos already has their stable coin. But it seems to me like, well, the answer to that question is why not? Because they get to print their own money, champ. So, that's the incentive. It's, it's counterfeit crypto, guys. I mean, I don't think this is back 1-to-1. That's why I like DAI, because you can see the smart contract and you can see how much ETH is backing the DAI. There's actual collateral there. Bruno says, I gave up begging for deregulation. I subvert and do my own thing. Herds led to slaughter every day. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, the herd is led to slaughter every day. And listen, Bruno, there always is going to be the herd. There's, the Pareto principle, 80-20. There's always a herd out there. I mean, in anything you'll see, there's going to be that Pareto principle. I mean, 80% is the normies, the NPCs, and then you got the 20% that they control what's going on, the wealth or whatnot. In our economy now, it's not even 80-20. I mean, it's gotten even more disbalanced. I mean, you got the 1%ers and stuff. So that's what it is. Thai City says stock market rallied up again after U.S.-China talks and silver's having a pullback. Yeah, let's check out silver because silver neared $20 yesterday. And I've been seeing people on my tubes there, trading their gold for silver and getting more silver coins. And, I like silver. But I don't think that silver is going to perform better than Bitcoin in the next couple of years, although I do see it performing well. Listen, I'm not surprised that silver is on a pullback. It pumped more than it usually does. You can check out the 5-day chart. Usually when things pump like this, especially in markets that, there's less volatility than there is in Bitcoin, I'm not surprised that there's a significant amount of people holding silver that took profits yesterday. Okay, when it topped off near the 20, they said, hey, let's go ahead and sell. You usually sell when it's green and buy when it's red. So if you sold silver yesterday, you can buy it right back for less. So just giving a heads up. Yeah, silver was due for a correction, says Bruno. It is, on the short term, being that it pumped. I mean, look at this pump. This is normal for cryptos, but this volatility is not as normal as it is for cryptos. So not as normal with precious metals as it is for crypto. So I'm not surprised that, it's kind of correcting right now because it went up like 5% in one day. And that's a major movement for a precious metal. Let's look at gold. Is gold up? No, gold's down as well too. Gold actually had a run up in the 5 days. You can see, its 5-day chart, it did go up, but now it's even dumping more. So it's something to consider. I like metals. I have some, but my focus is on Bitcoin, guys. You know the deal. Dolphin says he did not get his notification first time in months. It's funny, Dolphin, because at the beginning of the broadcast, I was mentioning how happy I am that the majority of the boomers showing up here to the population of the chat box are reporting that they are getting their notifications, including myself. I got another email that I've been receiving notifications for my own live stream. So let's see. 16 crypto maniacs tuning into the population of the chat box. I'm encouraging everybody, get out to the gym. I had a good day out there at the gym with the deadlifts today. I hit a personal record, pulled 405 pounds off the ground, raised the dead out there, boomers. I only did it once, but it was a clean lift. And now my goal, well, it's always been my goal to do that weight 5 times for 5 repetitions. So that's what's going on. I encourage you guys to get out there and become stronger men. They want you to be cooked out. They want you eating nothing but plants like a rabbit, like a funny bunny, getting skinnier every day, guys. I need you guys putting on weight on the bar, staying strong. Truce says congrats on the lift. Thank you, Truce. I appreciate it. Big Truce in the building. Crypto comedian. You guys follow him. He's still putting up videos all the time. I see you, Truce. I appreciate you here in the population of the chat box. Kaboom to you. Guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Let me recap. We talked about what history has showed us about the Bitcoin halving. And I'll read this quote again because it talks about the retracements. Bitcoin price action is characterized by steep retracements before the beginning of a new bull market. In fact, the bear market of 2011 bottomed at 93.7 decline, and the one in 2013 concluded with an 86% correction. Meanwhile, the most recent macro bear trend ended after an 84% pullback from the peak. During its bull markets, Bitcoin tends to retrace multiple times, which helps maintain a healthy uptrend. And I like that. I mentioned the healthy uptrend. It was a little spooky when we got to 13.8 overnight. And I'm kind of glad that we retraced and, we're earning our keep there above 10K. So, we're healthy right now. From the low of $2 in November 2011 to the high of $268 on April 2013, Bitcoin had two significant retracements that averaged 47.8%. During the 2015-2017 bull trend, the crypto had 11 corrections, averaging 34.6%. So far, from the low of 31.48 on December 2018 to now, Bitcoin has had 4 significant retracements that average about 23.9%. So there's a little less volatility now than there was before. And I would expect less gains than before. I mean, I don't see a gain from $2 to $268. That's like 100x. So I wouldn't say that Bitcoin's going to 100x, but I can see it. I can see it at least doubling. CryptoZilla says the herd is getting easier to control, feeding them legal meds, digital dopamine, fake news, etc. Absolutely. The herd is getting easier to control, with the technology or whatnot. Right now, I mean, it's, with this tech, food is cheaper, and right now it's not how it used to be. You don't have to go out there and fight for food. There's even in poor third world countries, life is a lot easier than it was just 100 years ago. And that tech also allows Big Brother to pacify the masses. If people have food and shelter, they have no reason to riot, really. Biggest trade news I've seen this week is a $30 billion deal between Russia and India to be settled in national currencies, not Fed notes. Thanks for letting us know. I didn't know about that. You could see Bruno Ray reporting Russia and India settling a $1 billion deal, not with US dollars. Okay, that's interesting. And yesterday we talked about world currencies, global reserve currencies, and their life cycles. You guys may want to check that stream yesterday. I shared an infographic that showed the world reserve currencies going back to the year 1400, with Portugal that had about an 80-year reign, then Spain, then the Dutch, the French, the Brits, and ultimately the United States, the US dollar, which has been basically in control for about 100 years now. It seems like every 80 to 110 years, the world global reserve currency is replaced by another currency. And that's happened ever since 1400. And so we're kind of due for a new world reserve currency. Will it be a non-sovereign digital currency like Bitcoin? I certainly believe so. True says Bitcoin 100x from here is about $1 million per coin. Yeah, it definitely 100x before. It 100x in like 6 months back in 2011. From $2 to $268. So, I mean, will it 100x again? Probably not. But even if it's, let's say if it 5x's. I mean, even if it 2x's from where we're at right now, it will be sexy if you ask the champ. But, all the indications here are leading me to believe that the price is going to increase in and around the halving or the halving. We've been talking about it. Is it the halvening or the halving? Certainly spelled as halvening. Anyhow, right now, be dominant in Bitcoin is my call. Energy and war machine deal, possibly some cheap labor exported to Russia in exchange for India gaining rights to manufacture repair parts for the war machine's purchase. Interesting, Bruno. Yeah, I'm not up to speed on that Russia-Indian deal, but thanks for bringing it to our attention. It's definitely relevant to the discussion. Guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Shout out to Bruno, Truce, CryptoZilla, and the rest of the crypto maniac boomers. So I talked about the halving and also talked about this Binance-backed stablecoin with the New York Department of Financial Services blessing. This is interesting. And like CryptoZilla said, you come with big dollars and the doors open. And, I smell a little bit of collusion between Binance and the Alphabet boys. Again, I don't have anything to prove that. But, I got a feeling that Binance is going to be spilling the KYC information to the Alphabet agencies as Coinbase has. So, just a heads up. I wouldn't see how they would be approved so easily if they weren't playing ball with the good old boys. But again, I have nothing to prove that. It's just a hunch. Shout out to my boomers. $10,541. I will expect things to continue to trade sideways between 9 and 12 with the Bitcoin dominance slowly increasing towards 75% or even more. What I want to know is how much do you expect this Bitcoin dominance to increase? Where do you think will it top it? Would it top off at 75%, 80%? Are we seeing 90%? I would say at least 75% of crypto is going to be dumped into Bitcoin. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Main Event Kaboom. To all the boomers out there, guys. A few more comments and questions before I tune down. Binance backed dollar coin. Interesting. And this Halving event. Interesting as well. Shout out to Mike. I see you out there, boomers. I see you. Let me drop a bomb from Mike and Main Event. Kaboom, kaboom. Is there any deals out there or steals? Listen, guys, when it comes to these altcoins, if you are a long-term believer on one of these altcoins, it may be the time to start silently accumulating the bag. Now, I'm going to say this over and over again. I wouldn't expect any of our favorite altcoins to gain more weight from here till May. But thereafter, I do expect some of the quality altcoins to pump. Ether being one of them, if you ask me. Okay, again, I may be wrong. So, something to consider. Crypto.com chain is back up today, 11%. STEEM is booming there at 17 cents, up 7.72%. I like to see STEEM in the green. And Redcoin and Binance is booming as well. Wax, Monero. I like the coins that are booming today. Is there any super deals out there? Egretia, this is a new kid on the block that I've seen slip into the top 100. I believe this has something to do with gaming as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Synthetics, I don't know about this. Ren, Nano, Cosmos is down. And many have pointed to Cosmos as an alternative to Cardano. And in Vitalik's podcast that he appeared in this week, he mentioned Cosmos. The Ethereum developers were looking at Cosmos for some information about scaling and how they dealt with certain technical issues. I don't know what they learned, but he mentioned Cosmos. I still wouldn't be surprised to see Russia release the first state-issued digital currency to circumvent the petrodollar and settle the energy trade. I wouldn't be surprised either, but I'm going to throw China into that hat as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see China release the first state-backed crypto either. On the next run, new people will buy alts in a quest for gains after they feel they missed a BTC run. Absolutely, Truce. Yeah. Bruno Ray with the peace sign. Peace to you as well. Guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and tune down. Enjoy the rest of my day. Go ahead and put some weight on the bar, guys. I want you guys hitting PRs. But before you hit those PRs, make sure you learn how to do the exercises correctly. I always say put more weight on the bar, but don't put that extra weight on the bar until you get good form and you learn how to do the exercises properly. Okay, I want you guys, acting like the Hulk out there, but not before you learn the movement, the correct form. I don't want any injuries. I recommend you guys, if you're interested in being stronger men, okay, forget about the aesthetic. I don't care about the beach look. I'm talking about cock diesel. Okay, look at the stronglifts.com website and follow their program, and it's definitely a good path to begin with. I think it would only be about 5% of alts pumping for all the others that won't in the next bull run. I think you're about right, Tyler. Maybe a little bit more, but you're right. I think that not all the alts are going to pump. I think a lot of them are going to die. We'll see a pump of the quality alts. I don't know if it's going to be 5%, 10%, but it's going to be significantly less than in 2017. I agree. Mike says, Champagne, I see you out there, Mike. Kaboom. Go look at Divi. I've never heard of that one. Let me see if I have. Let me pull that up. Never heard of this one there, Mike. It's up, booming. Okay, Divi. I'm not too into it. The chart looks nice though. I'm not too into baby altcoins, but I've never heard of this one. Let me give it a quick look. Why not? Divi project, crypto main easy, earn, store, transact digital money. You can stake it. Okay. Yeah, it looks all right. But again, there's nothing new here. I'm not seeing anything new. How does this compare to the other? It's just another coin, But I like the chart. Certainly looks okay. The chart looks all right. Where's this trading at? They trade in Binance or Huobi? Where? BitTrue, Crex, Coinbase. These markets don't bring me too much confidence. BitTrue, 70% of the volume there. I'll pass on this one, Mike. I'll keep it in mind, though. Thank you. One-click masternode. Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, if you believe in an altcoin, maybe it's a good time to accumulate. But, I'll pass on the majority of these coins, guys. I don't care about the baby altcoins, a one-click masternode, this and that. Give me some more bits. Give me some more bits. Give me more bits. Give me more bits. I'm not saying that, that project's not going to pump, because it certainly is. But I'm not interested. I want more bits, and I want to stay away from little baby coins out there. Mike says, thanks for checking it out. No problem. No problem. I've seen you here in the box out there before, Mike, and, I know you're not shilling. If it's a new guy trying to show me a coin, I won't pay attention. But, if I've seen your name before and you're coming with a legitimate question like, oh, check this one out, and you're not trying to shill, I'll check it out. It's not a big deal. But chances are, at this point, I'm not interested in anything but Bitcoin, maybe a little ETH. And I'm trying to get out of Litecoin. I'm trying to get out of EOS, but I don't want to do it too quickly because, I don't want to be hasty. Mike says it's been around since 2017. Yeah, and I haven't heard of it, so that's not a good sign. And I'm here every single day since before. So, But again, just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean it's not a boomer, But chances are it's not. If the champ hasn't heard of it, I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and tune down the broadcast. Enjoy my day. Shout out to Mike, the rest of the boomers that tuned in, CryptoZilla, Blockchain Susha, all my crypto maniac soldiers. I appreciate you, maniacs. Go ahead and bookmark the page. Throw on the notifications. Maybe you'll get it. And I'll be back tomorrow with the good crypto word. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest. Champagne, thanks for tuning in.